Howdy, my name is Caitlin.
Hello everyone.
I'm Queen. I'm 16 years old.
I am a member of the Navajo Nation.
Religious freedom. That's what our country was founded upon.
I am an Appalachian queen, a big old fairy.
What exactly are American values? That question's being fiercely debated today on campaign trails, at Congress, in courtrooms, at protests, and of course, on social media. But we wanted to know what young Americans think. After all, they'll get to decide the direction of this country.
I'm very excited for senior year because I will finally get my own car.
We have a whole lot of churches.
So we reached out to dozens of teenagers, from coal towns to big cities. Christian youth groups, LGBT activists,
Driving is hard.
young Republicans, YouTube vloggers, and many others. Not, everyone was willing to play along. But we got lots of personal videos, each with its own answer to the question, is our country living up to its values today?
When people ask me, like, how are you American or how are you American Muslim? The answer is, there's no one way. I just am myself, and that's the most American part about me, is being myself unapologetically day in and day out. And that's what I want to advocate for, the right of every individual to live with that same confidence and pride in their own authentic self.
There's a certain flag that I'm thinking about. That flag is something that I really love. I love the history behind the flag. But nowadays, if I try to fly that flag, my life is threatened and my family's life is threatened, and I don't even have the freedom to fly a flag that has so much history behind it and that my great-great-great-grandparents fought for.
My values are centered around my upbringing. I was taught how to work hard through watching my parents' entrepreneurial efforts of starting a business from the ground up. I saw them achieve the American dream. They started from nothing, and they turned it into something big.
We're raising kids who only focus on the differences between them and others. They see somebody who doesn't look like them. They say, you don't have the same right to be here as I do. They look at somebody and they listen to somebody and say, they don't talk like me. That person doesn't have as much to contribute to this world as I do. And it's a very dangerous way of thinking.
Sometimes I don't know if I can realize my full potential. And in America, where so many people don't want me here.
At this specific time, it's kind of iffy because of the new president. I'm not saying anything against him. I'm just saying it's divided America, and with a bunch of police incidents, killings, it's kind of splitting America apart, and it's bringing us down.
Growing up, I was told that America was a place of freedom and equality. And as the past few years, and especially the past few months have been going, it does not feel like that at all. It feels scary. It feels like our freedom is limited, and by our freedom I mean minorities.
It's important to understand our rights are God-given rights, which means the government can't give them to us or take them away. In America, rights protect the people from the government.
But I do think that in some ways, this country has really been living up to its American values by assembling, by using our freedom of speech, by marching, by protesting, by calling our senators, by becoming involved in government. I think that's a really inspiring American thing to do.
11% of Americans do not believe in God, and in my opinion, that is a big deal. Because, I mean, the fact that we were built on Christian heritage shows how much we've come. Like, the Christian heritage has pretty much just faded away. No one believes in God. No one trusts God. Everyone believes in what man says other than what God says.
In my neighborhood, Joseph's Italian Market coexists peacefully next to Sushi Ray. They share a parking lot. And Glick's Kosher Market is a short jaunt from Cuban Cafe. My neighborhood is a microcosm for this country. The strength of the United States is synthesis.
At my former school, I was harassed, bullied, and silenced for simply having a different opinion. In the age of trigger warnings and safe spaces, this reminds me of just how much we have strayed from our founding principles.
We adhere to things that make money. We adhere to things that are for profitable gain, an anti-global community. and anti-funding for things that help the impoverished and the downtrodden and the sort of disenfranchised.
You should not be a bystander. You should step up and be an advocate and uplift the voices that have been silenced. Because that is what an American would do. Thank you.